Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abomb. Welcome back to the Uncharted series, and today we're starting Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. We had a small break from Uncharted while we played the Hitman campaign. Wasn't my cup of tea. We're going to go back to Uncharted today and do Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. 2009 video game, the sequel to Uncharted Drake's Fortune, which we played not too long ago. And yeah, just as fun as ever. We play Nathan Drake, of course, our character, a treasure hunter who claims to be a descendant of Sir Francis Drake. He was joined last time by his mentor Sully, by reporter Elena Fisher, as they went after El Dorado. This time the story is a little bit different. The game came out a couple of years after, 2009 this one came out. We'll jump straight into it, shall we? New game, campaign. I'm not going to do a speed run. I'm going to play on hard again. I might go crushing, but I think we'll go on hard just so I'm not dying all the time. We're going to play on hard. If you're enjoying this, or if you're looking forward to this, drop a like down below and leave comments. Subscribe if you're new or if you haven't already. Let's jump into it. I'm excited about this. I love this game. One of my favourite games ever. So we'll jump into it. I did not tell half of what I saw, for I knew I would not be believed. Marco Polo on his deathbed, 1324. Get ready for one of the greatest openings to a video game ever, honestly. And they've really upped the graphics for number 2 as well. I really think they did.
That's my blood. That's my blood. It's a lot of my blood.
You want to talk about throwing in it? You want to talk about being thrown in at the deep end? What a start to a video game this is. We are hanging from a train from the edge of a cliff. Like, what do you even say about that? What a way to start the video game. With chapter 1, a rock and a hard place. I really don't know how you can have a better start to a video game. Right. So I guess we'll find out soon how we got in this position. But for now, let's just get into safety. So we'll climb up the train and we'll see what we can do. I first played this game. Actually, the first sort of time I sort of saw this series, I think I might have mentioned it in the last playthrough, was a YouTuber called Psychedelic Snake who played this game. And that's made me sort of realise, well, that's what helped me to discover this series. So I was watching that and then I was like, I need to play this game for myself. So I got, when I got my PlayStation 3, I got it with Uncharted 3. And then bought the first 2 games to play before that. So that's kind of how I came to play the Uncharted series all those years ago. And then you start this one and it's like, holy crap, what a start to a game this is. You're hanging off the edge of a cliff on a blown up train. Right, we should be able to climb the seats. Oh, yep. Oh, thankfully we survived. I'm going to be around this side, I think. Where are you going, Drake? Go up. I don't know why he keeps going around to the side for. There we go. Right, this time, Drake, actually jump and grab, if you like. Oh, for goodness sake. You can't really turn the camera here either. It's there we go. Well, I say there we go. We're back outside again. Right, we can jump onto here. Oh, it's going. We need to get off. mean, look at this. Look at the train wreck as well. You can see all the carriages there. How did we end up in this position? I guess we'll find out. Well, you'll find out. I already know, of course. Alright. Oh, here we go. Classic run off the train while it's falling off the cliff. If you'd like to jump, Drake. There we go. God knows how far up we are. I guess we'll find out if we hear the crash. Or not. So, yeah. What a start to the game that is. Lost a lot of blood. We're hanging off the edge of a cliff in a train. I guess we'll find out how we got there. I don't know, is this in the future or is this in the past? I'll tell you, it's in the past.
Buy me a drink, sailor.
Harry Flynn? Hey! What the hell are you doing here?
I'm looking for you, mate.
Uh-oh. Should I be flattered or worried?
Both.
Maybe a bit of both. Come here. I've got a job for us.
Really?
A client is willing to part with a huge sum of cash if we acquire a certain object for him.
All right, I'm listening.
Now, you're not going to like this.
Oh,
Istanbul.
No, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, you just hear me out for a second.
Flynn, we both know 2 people who were killed trying to lift something out of this
And
place.
one who made it out.
Yeah, barely.
I can't do this without you, Drake. You're the only one who's cracked it, and you know better than anyone it's a 2-person job.
No. 3, actually.
Right. And speak of the devil, here she comes now.
It's Chloe.
What?
Chloe Frazer.
Nate. Drake. Nathan. Drake.
Hello, Harry.
Chloe, here's one of the best
No,
drivers.
21-year-old me or 20-year-old
She'll take
me.
good care of us.
Holy hell.
Right, look. I've got it all figured out. Go in through the sewer.
Loving it so far.
That puts us in the courtyard. From there, we scale up the wall, run across the rooftops, and just drop down into the exhibit hall. Bob's your uncle. And what is worth all this trouble, I hear you ask?
I didn't, but go ahead. But that's it. An oil lamp.
Yeah.
It's worthless. I don't get it.
Neither do we. That's why we tracked you down.
Well, it sounds like you're working for a nutcase. Some collector who's got too much time
They
and
are.
money on his
They
hands.
are.
By
We'll
the way,
find out.
This is not worth any of it.
But there's more. How's your 13th century Latin, mate?
Where'd you get this?
Borrowed it from the files of the nutcase.
Stole it, is what they're saying.
In Trebizond, we were set upon by thieves. Father, Maffeo, and I were robbed of our greatest treasures. This was written by Marco Polo.
Yes, that much we were able to work out.
Unfortunately, the rest of it's nonsense.
Hey, hold on. So that it should not fall into the wrong hands, I concealed my great sorrow in the unlikeliest place. The light of the great Khan shelters the fate of the 13.
See what I mean? It's just gibberish.
He's talking about the lost fleet.
Yeah.
I know, someone want to fill me in?
Marco Polo leaves China with 600 passengers and 14 ships loaded down with treasure from Kublai Khan. And he lands in Persia a year and a half later with only 1 ship left and only 18 passengers. Now, he recorded every detail of his journey, but he never told what happened to all those ships and the passengers.
So somewhere out there are 13 ships loaded with the Emperor's treasure waiting to be found.
Yeah, and that is what your client is after. Hey, look at this lamp. It's covered in Mongolian script. It must have been a gift from Kublai Khan.
The light of the great Khan shelters the fate of the 13.
Marco Polo hid something inside this lamp. Something that pinpoints the site of the lost fleet.
So
We're going to get there
we're
first.
dicking this guy over, right?
Damn straight.
Absolutely. You in then?
What the hell? I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Ha 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 ha. If only you knew, Drake. You know, you think you made a good deal with these people, and now look at you. Look what it's got. Look where it's got you. Look where it's got you. You're in a train. The train has crashed, hanging off the cliff. All because you made one deal. I can see a treasure. Let's go and get it. There is still treasure in this. There it is. What do we got? Okay, you go into the bonus menu to see it. It's a wrathful deity statue. So there's your first treasure. Again, much like we did with one, I'm not going to go out of my way to get them, but if I see any or remember where any are, then we will go for them. There might be one that way, but I'm not going to look for it right now. Just make sure that tree doesn't fall on us. It won't, so don't worry. So yeah, that was Chloe Frazer, voiced by Australian actress Claudia Black, who was in, I think the film's called Pitch Black, the first Riddick film with Vin Diesel. She's in that. I don't remember the guy who voices Harry Flynn. I don't remember his name. But I know the Norse back as Drake. And there may be some returning characters from the first one as well that you'll see. We'll save that for later. Let's just get out of here first of all. So we'll see. I think there's another treasure ahead. Yes, there is. We've got a Saraswati statue as well as a gun. From whoever this fellow is. Or was. Oh, this way. So you might have noticed there that Drake did recognise Chloe and was about to, you know, be very confused, and then introduced himself as Nate. So clearly, Drake and Chloe have some history together. Not history that we've seen, of course, from the first game. Oh, one's reload. Trying to familiarise myself with the buttons again. I was about to headshot him, and I think the explosion killed him for me. But yeah, it's not history that we've seen. Of course, this game introduces new characters, Harry and Chloe, as we saw. You know, we'll see the antagonist before long as well, the bad guy of Uncharted 2. But you know, there's some returning characters as well as some new ones. Uncharted 1 was very much, you know, a test of the series, and Uncharted 2, they have wrapped it up. It's a longer game, it looks better graphically, and I think it plays better as well. Uncharted 1 is kind of outdated. It's from 2007, it's 14 years old, it's going to be. But yeah, they definitely ramp it up for 2, and I think 2 is one of the best video game sequels there is, like ever. One of the best video games I've ever played, but in terms of sequels, it's one of the very best. I think... Oh no, I couldn't remember if you had to go out the window or up here, but you just have to jump up here. Well, it's another explosion. Drake is really not having a good day. He isn't dead. Don't worry. Or is he? We'll have to see. Alright, God.
Hello. Well, so much for foreplay.
You mind telling me what the hell is going on?
You mean with Flynn?
Yeah, you might have warned me.
And missed the look on your face? Anyway, you haven't exactly made yourself easy to find.
Talk about making yourself easy.
Oh, you're not jealous. Let's not forget who walked out on whom. After all, you don't get to be jealous.
Wait a minute, Chloe.
If it makes you feel any better, my relationship with Flynn is strictly professional.
Really?
Mostly professional.
Oh.
I figured out he was actually on to something. I thought you'd want to be in on the action.
So what's the plan?
Just like we said. We pull the heist, we find the ships, and we make off with the treasure.
With Flynn?
Mm-hmm.
And then?
And then we split the take 3 ways, and you and I just disappear. Together, this time.
I see.
Until then, he can't know about us.
He's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be fine.
He's not going to find out.
Trust me.
Or is he? So yeah, Drake and Chloe have clearly been in a previous relationship. Whether this was before or after the Elena stuff, I don't know. That's not really clear. But Drake and Chloe have romantic history. We're just not sure from how long ago. Because this is set 2 years after the events of 1. Oh yeah, we'll jump over to here. I think we go under, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we do. I was going to go up to the left, but no, you just go under. And up here. I mean, we'll find out how we got in this predicament much later in the game, of course. But clearly Drake's in a bad way. He's really not having a good time. And in the snow as well. Where are we as well? That's not really clear just yet, is it? In the mountains, you might guess maybe sort of Himalayas or something. We saw that we're going after something sort of Mongolian, but it was brought back from Mongolia. We were heading towards a Istanbul museum. That's where the item was that we were going to go after. We've got this ornament here. Looks like a dagger of some sort. It does have a name, but I forget what it's. It begins with a P, but I forget what it's called. But apparently that's of some importance. So we are 4 months in the past
Sure you're up
from
for
the
this?
whole train
Feel a lot
thing.
better if I had a gun.
4 months.
We won't need them. A little insurance, that's all.
Flynn, they're just museum guards. And we have their patrols all mapped out. Relax.
Relax. Relax. Have you ever been in a Turkish prison, mate? If we get caught, they will lock us up and throw away the sodding key. You do realise that, don't you? Better than you do. Well, you may fancy that kind of thing, but I don't. Can't afford to make any mistakes. Yeah, and we won't.
We're here.
This way. So what do we do if they switch the patrols?
Figure it out as we go.
We cannot fumble our way through this.
I don't fumble. I improvise.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Yeah, I'm adaptable.
Adaptable.
You cocky bastard.
That's the thing about Drake. He's cocky, but he's not arrogant.
What did I tell you? That passage there is going to take us right under the museum.
You called it all right.
You need to have a little more faith in me, chum.
Okay, this one here is me.
All right, remember, that tower is our only way into the exhibit. But we can't even get close with those floodlights on.
We've gone over this.
Just make sure you cut the power by the time we reach the second courtyard.
The lights will be out. I'll have the van waiting at the rendezvous point. Just make sure you get your asses out of there in time.
Fair enough.
All right, enough chat. Let's do this.
Chloe. See you on the other side.
Looking forward to it.
Well, this can only end well. Okay, chapter 1 is done and dusted. Chapter 2, what's like next time? I'll have a short one today. It'll only be about 20 minutes, but I think that's a good introduction. You've met, 2 of the new characters. You met Harry. You've met Chloe. We saw, the predicament that Drake was in. We won't find out about that for a little while yet. Probably not until maybe the halfway point. So I think now's a good time to let 2 sort of end off. It's a good sort of introductory video to the game, I think. if you haven't played it. So I'll be up there in a minute, Harry. I'll keep you waiting for a couple of days. That's going to do it for today. Hopefully you're excited for more Uncharted. But again, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then subscribe and turn on notifications. Next time, we're going to make our way to the Istanbul Museum and go after this lamp that their client wants. Not really seems to be of much importance, but maybe, not to him anyway, but you know, there may be a map or some information in there that can lead us to these lost ships of Marco Polo. So the first game we were following Francis Drake, this one we're following Marco Polo. So basically each game has like its own like sort of treasure that they're going after, and this one it's Marco Polo's lost fleet of ships. So that's basically the premise of this one. Hopefully we're looking forward to it as much as I am, even though I've played it several times before. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.